Today, I've gone through many tests to decide what the best sea creature is. I looked at their physical strengths, their mental strengths, their dating profiles, and their GPA to test who truly is the best. We'll be talking about what animals I decided were the best ocean animals based on literally nothing except my personal preference. But first, let's do dishonorable mentions.
Oh! All right, that's it. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
And now, mostly just because I didn't want to snub the manatee fully, let's do honorable mentions. At number 5, we have the Yeti crab. Yeti crabs live on hydrothermal vents in deep parts of the South Pacific Ocean. Most crabs, or other crab-like critters for that matter, can't live in cold water. And you know what? Neither can Yeti crabs. They crowd around the geothermal heat from vents in groups up to 700 per square meter, or in freedom units, 700 crabs per half of a bald eagle's wingspan squared. The crabs are called Yeti crabs after the Himalayan cryptid, the Yeti, a type of Sasquatch with white fur like a polar bear. The crab has bristles called setae all over their claws. The crabs wave these little setae all around to make currents around them, which allows the bacteria around them to process chemicals to make foods the crabs eat. And how many more times could I say around them? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the crabs are also more blind than a referee in a Kansas City Chiefs game, but that doesn't really matter. Overall, this is certainly one of the sea critters of all time.
My leg!
At number 4, we have the sea otter. I feel like the sea otter was a shoo-in for this list. I mean, look at him. Look at him! How are you not going to say that's one of the best sea animals? Sea otters live in the northern Pacific Ocean. They're usually around 5 feet, 100 pounds, or about 1 Sabrina Carpenter. Contrary to their freshwater cousins, sea otters are not hunters, but rather foragers who look for mollusks, crustaceans, and sea urchins. They are considered a keystone species, meaning an ecosystem cannot survive without them. Since they prey on those spiky little doofuses, the urchins, they keep that population in check. Without the otters, the urchins would destroy the kelp forest. Unfortunately though, sea otters are endangered, thought to only be about 1,500 left in population. Sea otters have a pouch from their foreleg to stomach area, which they use to store food as they dive. For some reason, most tend to prefer the left side of the pouch. They also use rocks as tools, often as hammers to break open shells or knock crustaceans off of other rocks. They're one of the only animals with the capacity to make tools. Overall, I love them. At number 3, we have this thing. What is this thing, you may ask? This is a tasseled wobbegong. What's a tasseled wobbegong, you may ask? The tasseled wobbegong is actually a species of a group of sharks called carpet sharks. Basically, they're ambush predators that sit on the ocean floor, camouflage, waiting for an unsuspecting fish to swim by, then bam, they lunge out and whack it. Shockingly, I didn't know this until I researched, these things have never failed an attack on a human. All the times it tried to attack a human, although not many times, it succeeded. It seems its attacks were unprovoked and happened as it mistook feet or hands for fish due to its bad eyesight. Overall, this one's pretty flat boy out of 10. At number 2, we have the Goliath grouper. They can't know. They couldn't know. How would they find out?
What's this?
Goliath grouper.
Yo, you're in for a tough battle.
How did they know? How did they know? So, yeah. Like the wobbegong, this is an ambush predator. It looks like a rock, acts like a rock, maybe even smells like a rock. Then it lunges for the kill. That's about it. I just like it because of my nostalgia going to the Florida Aquarium as a kid and seeing one as a child. I still remember all the days from homeschool classes that I used to take there. And I would walk by and just look for it, and most of the time I would see it immediately. But occasionally it would be sitting so still that it would take me a second to notice. I found out later that was because I was colorblind, but that's beside the point. Overall, I'd say this one's pretty 9 out of 10. It's pretty good. It's a good fish. At number 1, we have my favorite overall animal, the thresher shark. Thresher sharks are a big predator, tending to go after schools of fish. Its long tail is used to whack the fish, effectively stunning them. They're found all over the world, but are considered a vulnerable animal due to commercial hunting of them for random supplies like shark oil. What I like most about them is their goober eyes. Look at it. Look at it. He's adorable. I love them. Overall, a 10 out of 10 animal. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. I also just released a Discord server, so go ahead and join that. I'll be active in there.